1881, Devil Scar, Nevada, USA. It seems fate is finally caught up with the outlaw known as Rattler Raney. The notorious outlaw is wanted for an arm's length of charges, all the way from bank robbery to murder. But every time he's captured, he's escaped from these local jails before his sentence is carried out. And once again, he continues to get caught over and over. Well, maybe this time, this will be the last time in Devil's Scar. There's 12 hours to go before morning, before the rope tightens around Rattler Raney's neck. The US Marshals have hired you to help guard Raney at the local jail. Maybe you're one of the local townsfolk, maybe you're not. Maybe you just need an extra bill in your pocket. The old prospector has come to town to see the event. You've heard he's been telling everyone it looks like a storm's coming out of the hills. It's got some pretty mighty dark clouds behind it too. Daniel, if you'll tell me about who you're going to be playing, please.
So my character is simply known as the Preacher. He is, for those who have seen, because he typically keeps his face covered with a bandana, he's terribly scarred. Kind of whispers have it that he helped free a small town from the grip of some pretty terrible bandits sneaking in under the guise of being a priest to get in there. And in the gun hail that followed, while he did take them out, he laid basically near death in a coma for months, and found when he awoke that the woman that he loved was killed in the gunfire. So since then, for the past year or so, he's been traveling from town to town. He doesn't really care about the money. He just wants to see evil put in the ground. And that is the Preacher.
All right. You all would know Rattler Raney is not a very handsome fellow. He dresses in black, but he wears a tan hat. But he's just not a handsome fellow, either physically or mentally or spiritually, evidently. As he's sitting there in his jail cell, we'll jump over to you, Nikki, about who you're going to be playing.
I'm playing Jeremiah. He is a firm believer that God gave him everything in his life and any powers that he might have. He was raised very fundamentalist, in a very fundamentalist family, and he is coming to town to try to give the prisoner a God, an awakening as of sorts. And this is Jeremiah. He's a believer.
All right, sounds good. Crystal, who are you going to be playing?
Oh, are we doing introductions? Wow, sweetie. I'll tell you who I am. My father was Bulgarian. My mother was Native American. So I guess that pretty much makes me a girl that likes to drink, loves to fight, and has a hell of a hard last name to say. I'm kind of surprised you haven't heard of me, the lone female bounty hunter, simply known as Caroline.
All right, perfect. As you three are in the small town of Devil's Scar, Nevada, and you know it's getting the end of the day, and it'll be about 12 hours to go before daylight returns, and you see the noose hanging already at the platform that has been built. The district judge has come in and issued the last sentence to Rattler Raney the day before. So now it's just a matter of time before he's escorted out to the platform by the marshals and the other guards, including yourself, at daylight. The town seems to be pretty quiet. Most of the people have settled down, went home for the evening. The local saloon is even quiet. You notice and hear a little bit of noise coming from there, as maybe there's a few people still playing cards and getting the last drink. The two US Marshals look at you three and say, we're gonna make another pass through town and walk the boardwalks and the planks and make sure that nothing looks out of sorts. We'll be back in a little bit. Y'all just stay here, and anybody that comes through that door, if it's not us, I'd probably greet them with a gun.
Caroline cocks a shotgun and says, "Sure enough, sweetie, that'd be easy enough to do."
There are always more sinners. Keep an eye out for more sinners.
Yeah, as they're walking out, Preacher reaches under his coat and pulls out a bottle and a glass. You can see his hands are shaking as he pours himself a big drink. He puts it down quickly, closes his eyes, and then his hands go steady. And he puts the bottle back into his pocket. And he says, I have a feeling it's going to be a long night. The visions I've been seeing don't bode well. Darkness on the horizon. Shadows.
What kind of shadows? Friend, I heard about an overturned wagon. No signs of anybody around, but there were claw marks on it. There's devils at foot, I tell you, devils.
I don't know anything about the devil, but I know man can be a devil. These look like men dressed in black, riding black horses. Their eyes glow, uncanny. When you look at them too long, and then you blink, they're gone.
Caroline pulls out a small sack from her pocket, has a bunch of little different sweets in it. She takes a lollipop and says, overturned wagon with claw marks, you say? Well, it's funny you should mention that. You know, I've been hearing that there's been a pack of coyotes running around, tearing up the livestock. But you say they attacked a caravan. Maybe these ain't just coyotes. She puts the lollipop in her mouth.
From what I've heard, the claw marks were deep. I think they're too deep and big for any coyote that I've ever seen. Devils.
Well, could be a bear. They're growing big out here. The bear could tip over a wagon without much trouble.
It could. I've never heard of a bear attacking a wagon that had people on it unless the bear was sick. Maybe we have a case of hydrophobia or something around these parts.
Yeah.
Maybe.
As you three sit there in this small sheriff's office, the local sheriff himself has went home to rest for the evening. He's turned everything over to the marshals and you. So he'll return in the morning, but it's a very small office and there's only like 2 cells back there. And as you three are sitting there visiting and talking, you hear from the back in the cell, the only one that is there is Rattler Raney. You hear him go, "Forgive me, Father. I have sinned. I am a sinner and will always be a sinner. And I can't wait to sin again."
Jeremiah will say, everyone is a sinner, it's true, but it's not too late, even with all you've done, Rattler, to repent.
Does he need his tongue in his head to repent?
He does not.
Well, now, y'all know that he's a good escape artist.
Oh, I wasn't going to open his cell, woman. I was just going to...
I was just saying, if his cell happened to be open and our friend here, you know, had to stop him from leaving.
Well, in my experience, those who escape from jail always have help. And that help is usually the law.
Hmm. Maybe he has a posse helping him out, one that we don't know about. You know, my mom and pa, they stopped a group of posses back when they were younger.
A group of posses?
Well, a gang, I guess you'd say, called themselves the Coyotes.
I think I heard that story. Good work. It's always good work. Send the sinners to the devil sooner rather than later.
I agree. I guess that's why I had to pursue my career.
Do they have the, like, so this guy's in this cell, right? How big is the cell?
It's a small cell. I mean, it's probably, 6 by 8 or whatever. I mean, it's just enough room for a little cot in it.
Okay.
Rattler listens to you talk. I mean, even with the door closed, I mean, it's thin enough. And he goes, "You out there, if y'all will repent, I'll have my father spare your lives when he comes for me."
There's only one father I answer to, and only one father who can spare me. And I will not meet him by helping the likes of you.
Your father's a blasphemer.
Those are fighting words.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Jeremiah stands up, and then he just sits back down going, I will not let him bait me. The devil will have him. In 12 short hours, the devil will have him.
Oh, you right about that. The devil's coming for all of us.
Preacher's gonna get up and like get the, sure we have a pot of coffee probably boiling, percolating, and he pours himself a cup and he sips it. And he was gonna walk over the door and kind of open it a bit and look at this guy. And he's gonna say, the only reason why you're not dead yet is because it hurts a lot more to be hung than it does to be shot. And he's gonna eyeball him.
He looks up at you and he says nothing, and he gets that wicked grin of these nasty teeth, and he goes,
I'm gonna throw the coffee on his face.
"You throw a cup of coffee on him, okay?"
Yeah.
Yeah, he just sits there and smiles, that grin, and says nothing.
Oh.
Of course, I mean, it has some reaction physically, of course, the hot coffee, but he says nothing. He says nothing back to you.
Being slightly depressed, I turn around. Close the door. Yeah. Sit down again. This is why I always feel like they ought to hang the men as soon as they get them. This waiting around. Oof.
Well, and Caroline leans the shotgun against the table where Preacher could grab it. I mean, if he were to try to escape.
Crystal, I sent you a message also.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, but.
Well, wait. Caroline grabs her shotgun again and she stands up. Did you hear that?
The innuendo you made about shooting him? Yeah, I heard it.
I heard it too.
Something from the street. She's gonna like kind of crouch down and like head towards the window and like lean her back against the wall and like just very slightly tilt her eye where she can like get an angle on the street.
Yeah, the windows have actually been closed and a slat is put across them. I mean, where nobody can see in or out. due to the the prisoner that's in there.
Nice.
So you're not able to actually see out. You'd have to either take the slat off and open one of them, or you'd have to go through the door or whatever.
I mean, like, is there any way that she could like just slightly, open one enough to see out, or?
Yeah, I mean, you'd have to pull this slat off. It's holding the two, but it's been closed. You have to pull the slat off to open them. You're going to have to open them up. They're going to pull open.
I see. No, instead she's just gonna sit there and listen, and she's gonna she has the shotgun in her hand, and she kind of puts her other hand up, like giving them a wait a moment sign.
Yeah, I'll send you what else you hear as you're standing there close to the front, man.
This preacher looks at Jeremiah and says, "So if they come in through the front door, do you want to shoot them or you want me to?" And he's looking at the back, obviously, meaning the Rattler.
Oh, you can shoot him.
Much obliged.
Caroline shakes her head and she says, "I'm sorry, I guess I'm just a bit jumpy for some reason. I think it was just the wind."
It's a night for deviltry. It's a night to be jumpy, woman.
Yeah, I guess so. She
Well, that's fine with
slowly,
me.
she slowly walks over, and she still has the shotgun with her hand near the trigger, and with one hand she's also gonna grab a cup and grab the coffee pot and start pouring herself some coffee.
All right, you can do that. Let's see, Jeremiah, you and preacher make a mind roll for me.
Okay.
Nope. 9.
No, the devil's in my dice. Nope.
Save those good rolls for later. Yep, and you don't hear anything. You're sitting there drinking your coffee and stuff. But Rattler has not said anything else. After having the coffee thrown on his face, he's quieted down. It seems like it worked for now. The marshals have not returned yet. They didn't say how long they'd be gone. They were just saying they were going to make one last round through town. You can tell that it's dark now outside. I mean, even though you've got the slats, the windows are closed, the door's closed. There's no window or anything on the door, but you can tell just that it's dark out there.
Is that unusual? What time of day is it?
No, it's nighttime, because you would know it's about the last 12 hours before Rattlers to be hung in the next morning.
Right. All right, Caroline will walk back over to the table and take a seat. She takes her lollipop out of her mouth and dips it in her coffee a little bit, and then sucks on it a little more.
Jeremiah looks at Caroline and says, "Well, now I know why my family always warned me against you women. That is gross."
Come on, sweetie. It's pretty good. You don't like putting sugar in your coffee?
I try to keep my body is my Lord's temple.
Amen to that, he says as he pours some whiskey into the coffee cup that he has and drinks.
Well, I mean, even our Lord liked a little wine.
Of course. Care to have some there, Jeremiah? And he holds his bottle out.
We can put a little whiskey in his coffee as well.
I've got cards, so I'm going to break them out and start playing solitaire.
As soon as you break the cards out, the front door bursts open. One of the US Marshals stumbles in with his hand to his throat. The blood is just pouring down the front of his white shirt and his jacket. He looks at you with nothing but fright, and he opens his mouth to speak as he falls to the floor dead.
Okay.
Caroline.
Okay.
Caroline's going to lift her shotgun, and she's just going to aim it straight for the door and, get ready to get ready for whatever's about to come through.
So I look quickly at Jeremiah, and as per previously discussed, I get up, walk back, open the door in the back, and shoot the man if he's still there.
Who, Rattler?
Yep.
Yeah, he's kind of sitting there on his cot, just more kind of like a spoiled child. It's been scolded. He's just kind of sitting there with his head down.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's an escape attempt, so I just walk back and shoot him. If he,
Yeah, make a roll. I mean, he's not expecting or watching, so you have another +2.
Let's see how terrible I'll be. Yeah. Oh, I rolled 20.
Nice.
Wow.
I have 0 for body, so it's 20. So 22, I guess. Yeah, nice. I mean, I guess he's not expecting it. That'll be the only good roll of the night. Oh, the damage is also decent. 10, 19, 27.
And what kind of gun have you got? Just pistol?
It's a pistol, yeah.
Yeah, you shoot him with your pistol. He falls and just kind of like slumps over like he's asleep as he falls, and you see the blood start pouring out from under his body, and he's not moving.
Yeah, I mean, I figure I shot him. He'll probably bleed out, so I don't even bother. I just turn back around and make sure that nothing's gonna come behind me.
You all three, with the front door has been pushed open. You can all hear the wind is picked up. You can hear the wind howling and coming through the street, and you see tumbleweeds going down through the middle of the street or being blown. And you notice something else very strange. I mean, it's a dark night, but I mean, it's dark, very, very dark. But you can see the tumbleweeds toiling and pouring on down the street past the front of the sheriff's office. And the wind seemed to be picking up quite a bit.
Jeremiah, get that door closed for us.
I'll close it.
Now, would we know that like his gang or whatever is also like notorious, and we'd want to get them as well, or do we not care about them?
You would actually know from what you've been told. He usually acts alone. He very rarely acts with anybody else. He's always been a loner.
Oh, interesting. All right, then I'm not gonna. I was thinking about dragging his body and throwing it on the porch, but these stuff, and then figure it.
Caroline's gonna push the table up against the door.
Yeah, you secure the door back, and the marshal. I mean, like I say, he's dead. I mean, he was dead when he walked in the door. His last breaths, and if any of you want to look at his body or anything, but yeah, you're able to close the door and secure it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'll look at his body and say a little prayer. Wait, oh, sorry, Daniel.
No, exactly. I was gonna. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was just going to look at his body, say, Lord, this man gave his life in your service, and take him to your embrace. And I'll check it, see if you said it was his throat was cut?
You look, and it appears his throat has been just kind of almost, I mean, it's horrible looking. It looks like it has been just ripped out by some type of animal or something, like claws and stuff. Has just ripped his whole front of his throat down into his chest cavity out.
Oof.
I look over at Preacher and Caroline and say, I don't think it was a coyote or a bear.
Look at his back. Maybe he got shot from the back and it just blew out with a shotgun or something, because I never seen anything to do that.
All right. Does it look like that, Tony?
You turn him over, or you fell face forward. So I mean, but yeah, you look at his back. You just see no type of entry wound from the back at all. Any type of marks or anything from the back.
Devils.
Does he have a gun on him?
His gun is not with him. His gun belt is there, but his gun is gone.
We didn't hear any shots, right?
Nope, you did not.
Well, whatever it was, must have snuck up on him, but he drew on it but couldn't shoot, so it's fast.
True.
Yep.
Well, it's only got one way in, so if it comes in that way, I'm got this 12 gauge ready for it.
Yeah, no matter how wild an animal is, it's not going to come inside. They don't usually violate our living spaces. I hope nobody's in the street, though.
You
Hold
still
on.
seem sure
There was
it's a
another
wild animal. Oh, sorry.
No, what else would it be? But weren't there 2 marshals walking around?
Yep, there were.
Oh, so I remember the name of the other one, and I say it. I'm like, what? Marshal Willis? Weren't they together?
Maybe he didn't make it as far.
Yes, I fear whatever got this marshal also got Marshal Willis and just killed him outright.
I don't know that we can leave a man in the street. I'm going to stand up, and I'll actually, because I shot 1 round, and I probably have a 5-shot, so I actually take the 1 empty cartridge out and put it and reload it, and I'm going to say, all right, I'll knock twice before I come back. Please don't put a hole in me with that shotgun, girl. And I'm going to open the door and walk out in the street. I'm going to see if I can find this guy.
Yep, you open the door, the wind, the wind's not just terrible. The wind's pretty strong, and you see the tumbleweeds, but you can see it is very dark. You cannot probably see maybe 10 feet in front of you, you think.
Oh, man.
There are lanterns in the sheriff's office. There's any kind of equipment in the sheriff's office, of course, but.
Yeah, I call back. I have never seen it this dark, and I don't think it's a sandstorm. I don't feel it in my eyes. I knock twice and then walk back in, and I'm going to fire up a lantern. I'm going to need some light out there, I guess. It's very dark.
I don't feel good about you going out in something like that by yourself.
Well,
go ahead.
I don't think we have a choice. We can't leave him out there. I'll be all right.
We can accompany you, good sir.
Well, somebody has to guard the prisoner. There's like blood dripping from the floor.
I was gonna say, I
think he'll be okay. I don't think he's going to be able to escape from here.
Unless he is a devil in truth.
Well, if he's the devil sure does die easy.
True.
I'm gonna if you guys are gonna come with me, I'll grab like a leaf of paper, probably from maybe a wanted poster that's on the wall or whatever. I'll tear it down, and I'm gonna make a quick note. That we're gonna go out. Marshal Willis, went out looking for you. If you come back, wait here, and then I'll put my mark on it.
All right.
I don't want him to think we killed the other.
Before we go, can I just check back on that guy's body? Just check on Rattler.
Yeah, Rattler. You can. He's still laying exactly where he was in the cell, face down, with blood pooling around his body.
Okay. Just checking.
All 3 of you going out? All 3 of you taking lanterns?
I'll definitely take a lantern, yeah. So I just have a pistol.
Caroline has a 2-handed weapon, so.
I'll take a lantern too, because I also have a pistol. So.
All right, sounds good. You go out the front, and you over to Carolyn and Jeremiah. Once you get out there, you can see the unusual how. It is just pitch black dark. It's hard to see 10 feet in front of you, and the wind is welling a little bit, and every once in a while tumbleweeds will dash by on the front of the street. You don't hear or see anybody else in the street. You can go we'll say there's 2 ways. If you want to go towards where the stables are, that would be one end of town, and we'll say the other end of town would lead to probably where the church is.
I'm gonna look on the ground and see if I can see like a blood trail from where the marshal came from. I'm assuming
you do. You see the blood, and it appears that it went towards the stables.
All right. And was it our understanding that they were together, right? Not that they separated.
They walked out together, correct?
Okay. Yeah, so I will go that way. I'll point it out and I'll say, looks like the marshal came from this direction. Hopefully we'll find Willis down there, and if not, we'll find his body, put him in the ground tomorrow under the sunlight.
Yes. Send him home. Give him a good homecoming.
Mm-hmm. All right, so I'm gonna keep my gun out since we think there's some kind of wild beast or whatever, and my lantern, and I'll walk forward.
Yeah, I'll have my gun out too with my lantern. And do you want me to go in the back, Caroline, or do you want to?
Yeah, that'll be fine. Caroline will be more like in the middle.
In the middle? Okay.
You walk towards the direction of where, the stables and barn and is. None of, of course, all the businesses were pretty much closed before dark. It's dark. If you peer in any of the buildings, it appears all the doors are secure. If you walk along the sidewalk, you get down to the close to the stables, and everybody make a mind roll for me.
Nope.
Hallelujah. That's a 16.
Nice.
What about Caroline?
No.
All right. Jeremiah will send you a message on what you see then.
Oh, goodness. The pressure.
Rattler standing there waving at you.
Right? Knew he was a devil.
You noticed that Rattler's a snake man.
Yes.
All right.
I'm in back. Yeah, I see it. I got it. I say, hold up, hold up. And I walk to the kind of front where Preacher is. And I like hold my lantern out in front of me and I say, there's a body hanging from the rafters outside the stable.
I'll look in that direction. Can I see it?
Yeah, once it's pointed out to you, and where Jeremiah will show it, you see what appears to be a body swinging from the noose, from the rafters that come outside of the stable there. And it's just kind of swinging back and forth in the wind.
As she's pointing that out, Caroline's going to kind of look back over her shoulder, make sure that no one's, trying to just basically distract them with that kind of, thing,
No, you don't see anything. You just hear the wind howling.
I look over at Preacher and I say, I think I have a terrible feeling that this is our Marshal Willis has gone to meet his maker.
Yeah, and I mean, bears are smart, but I ain't never seen a bear hang a man.
No.
And I'm gonna walk up towards where I would see the rope, being tied off, so I could let him down.
Yep, you three move that way, and you are not surprised when the doors of the stable open up, and you see these two figures walk out. They're almost like in shadows and dark themselves. They're just completely almost don't even look to be corporal forms in a way.
I shoot them.
Yep, roll initiative. Christopher, you are on your side now.
Okay.
Single, yeah.
Dex, nice.
Nice.
All right. Your group gets to go first.
All right, I'm going to shoot him with my shotgun if I can. Oh, nice. 19 to hit.
All right. You want to shoot it at number 1 or number 2?
Closest one, whichever one.
I'll say number 1. I'll say number 1. That's fine.
All right. And if it hits, that's 22 points of damage.
Nice.
22, it does hit. He missed his roll, so it does hit. 22, okay. I've got it noted.
I'm going to try to run to the side to flank him. And while I'm doing it, I'm going to pop. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put the lantern down. I don't know if I can do also one round. I'm going to put the lantern down, then I'm going to run off to the side so I'm out of the light using my stealthiness because I'm a profiteer. I don't want to get shot.
All right.
And then I'm going to shoot if I can. If not, then I'll just move this round. I don't know how long all that would take.
Yeah, you can move and shoot. Do you want to? I'm going to say that the direction you're moving. We'll just say you're closer to number 2. Where they're probably spaced a good 15 feet apart from each other. I would say 15, 20 feet as they come out.
Yeah, I'm definitely shooting number 2. That guy looks creepy. I'm going to try anyways. Nope, not with the 3 of them now.
All right.
They're just directly in front of us.
Yeah, they're probably a good, 20 feet ahead. I mean, you can see it's dark, but you can see the outline of, but you can tell they're not look like normal people.
They don't look like normal people.
They do not, correct.
Yeah. I would say devils, see? And try to attack one of them.
Yep, you're going to shoot one?
Yep, the one that Crystal hit.
All right.
I just missed it with a 14.
Okay. They, the one that you shot at, Caroline, you see them both reach out and they pull like holsters and they both pull these pistols out, these very large pistols. And as they do, the number one is going to shoot towards you, Caroline. And that is going to be a hit. So make your DR.
Ooh. All right. No.
26 damage as you feel this bullet hit you. And as it does, it's a horrible pain. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been shot before, your character, but I mean, it's just like, it feels like not real. I mean, it feels like just this horrible pain. It is just eating in your soul right now.
Yeah. Caroline hits the ground and she's just like screaming in agony, holding, like clutching her shoulder.
All right.
And
The second one is going to turn towards where you run, preacher. It turns and you can almost see a faint red eyes staring your way as it points the pistol and it shoots that way. And the shot, you hear the shot, ring past as it misses you. So, Crystal, next round for initiative, V6.
all right. Oh man, a 1 this time.
A 1, okay, they had a 5. If one has been injured, it's going to turn and look towards where Jeremiah is standing, seeing and knowing that it struck its first target. So it's going to shoot towards you, Jeremiah. And it's going to miss as the bullet whizzes past you. The second one continues to concentrate towards where Preacher is. You can see the beady red eyes poking out from this dark figure. And it's going to miss again. So we are up to you three.
Yeah. Is there any cover that once they're after the side? If there's like a wagon or something, I'm going to kind of try to get behind it, but I'm going to shoot as well.
Make me a soul roll and we'll see if there is.
All right. Let's see if my soul comes through. Nope. 12.
All right. Nope. You don't see anything that you would think would be close enough.
All right. Then I'll just shoot them. Ooh, that's good. 19.
Yep, that hits it. Let me see. It fails a DR.
Nice. Oh, shitty damage though. 20. Well, not shitty, but yeah.
20,
Well,
okay. Yeah, you can tell it rings into it for sure. I mean, you can tell you hit it and, it's still standing there. What about Jeremiah or Carolyn?
I would take another shot. Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
I was just gonna take another shot at the same one, the one that Caroline shot Caroline. Ooh, praise the Lord. That's an 18.
It fails the DR.
I kick ass for the Lord. Let's see, and 17 plus 9 is 26.
You see that figure fall on the ground. As it does, the actual human figure of itself, the hat and the gun and the long duster coat and everything, it just disappears and dissipates into thin air and takes part of the darkness itself, is what you see happen.
Oh, and I will yell, we need God to protect us from these demons.
There's still one more left, right?
Yep, it is over closer towards where Preacher is. If you're going to shoot it in, it's a little further away. I'm going to give you a -2 because it's so dark.
All right. What if I use like a handgun?
You don't mind. I mean, whatever you use, still be a -2
All right.
because it's very dark over that way. I mean, it's not close to where you are.
All right, Caroline, she's still clutching her wound. She's gonna hand the shotgun up to Jeremiah. She's gonna say, go help the preacher.
Okay.
All right, that's all you're gonna do.
Yeah, she's just trying to get back to her feet now.
All right, Preacher.
I already went.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You did. You hit that
I like
once right for 20.
Yeah.
All right, Crystal, next round, man. I hope you got a 3.
5.
All right, perfect.
So now I'll shoot because it's next round. I missed though with a 9. No, I'm sorry, I keep subtracting 1 with the 10.
All right, yep, you
I'm minus
missed
1 on everything except body.
She said to run over and help the preacher. Can I get over there and try to shoot the
Yeah,
guy?
you can get close enough, and move that way where you can get in your vision better. Won't be any penalties.
Okay. Shoot the guy. Oh, the Lord has forsaken me. It is no.
All right. Caroline,
Yeah, Caroline gets up and pulls her handgun, and she says, "Fuck you, you son of a bitch!" As she fires off her gun with a total of 15 to hit.
is that with the -2?
Yes.
Because you didn't move, right?
Yeah, I had a 15, and
Yeah.
then, like, I get a +2 and then a -2.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah, let me see. It failed its DR pretty bad, so do some damage.
22.
You see it do the same thing. You see it fall on the ground, and the figure itself just kind of, everything disappears into the blackness and is engulfed into this blackness and is gone. And now you can see that creature of what happened. You didn't see it happen to the first one, but you definitely see it happen to this one.
Caroline kind of like, maybe like there's a building or something close. She probably kind of falls close to it, kind of like clutching her wound again. She says, "We should fall back to the office. We can't defend out here."
Yeah.
All right, hold on. Let me get the man down. I'm gonna go back over to the. I'm gonna try to drop down the body of the marshal. I don't want to leave him hanging there.
Yep, you can go over to where Marshal Jones, the other marshal, is hanging there. You can finagle enough to get the body down. You see that it appears that he's been shot in the back, and you can see the large entry wounds that you can probably almost see it in Caroline, but you can see in the entry wound that it appears to like it's almost the skin is all festered and bubbled up. I mean, it's horrible looking.
Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm gonna throw him over my shoulder if I can. I mean, I have a 12 body, so I'm kind of average, but I figure I could, or I'll drag him or whatever.
I can
You
help.
can do that.
Well,
he needs help.
well, you may have to help, Caroline.
True. Caroline, do you need help getting back to the office?
Yeah, she'll kind of nod a bit.
Okay. He kind of props her, helps her walk back to the office.
Yep, you 3 head back towards the office right before you get back to the sheriff's office. The wind is still going, the tumbleweeds are coming. All 3 of you look up and you see in the blackness almost this red round, almost roundish, completely round. You see all of them coming straight towards all of you. And you see the street is covered with all these tumbleweeds that are just on fire, and flames are coming as they're coming towards all 3 of you. So roll initiative. Nikki, I'll let you roll this time.
Okay. 5.
5, okay. Y'all get to go first. I mean, they're coming quickly, but it seems like the whole street is just covered with these fiery, flaming tumbleweeds coming.
Does it seem reasonable to get to the office, or are they basically blocking us?
You could still get to the office. You're going to have to find a way around them, be in the middle of the street. I mean, you're going to have to find a way to get, you're being in the street, that they're fixing to be on top of you.
Right. So we're not close enough that we can just run into the office.
No,
So I'm just going to charge towards the nearest building, assuming there's one, and I'm just going to try to shoulder through the door with the. Sorry, Marshal. Probably use the Marshal as a battering ram. I'm just going to run at one of the doors and try to smash through it.
Yep, you can do that.
Whatever building that might be. Yeah.
The other 2 follow?
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, I have Caroline, and I'll just follow up behind Preacher.
You 3 do that. Preacher pushes the door open. You see a row of these fiery, flamey tumbleweeds as they just continue on down to the street and go past and go out of your sight. It's pitch black dark again.
Are we sure we're all not dead? Are we sure this is not hell?
Yeah, I probably dropped the Marshal at this point, and I'm sitting on the ground. And my hands are shaking, and I pull the bottle out and I just drink straight from the bottle, and I say, you might be right about the devil thing. You might be right. And I'm going to pick the marshal up and try to get back to the office as quickly as possible.
Yep. You all start back towards the sheriff's office, make your way, the lanterns lighting the way. When you get back to the sheriff's office, you see two figures standing out on the side, outside of the door there on the front porch. You see who you would know to be Rattler Raney standing there. Then you see this other dark figure with these piercing red eyes is it sitting there, and his poncho and stuff is just kind of floating back and forth into the wind. And it starts raising a huge pistol up towards all of you. Daniel, I'll let you roll initiative this time.
Okay. 1.
All right, they had a 5. You hear the chuckle and laughing from Rattler. I told you, you sorry rascals, to repent, and I wouldn't let my father hurt you, but too late now. He does nothing. The other figure is going to look towards you, Jeremiah. Of course, being the man of God, as you can tell that this figure is some type of awful, evil abomination that's against God. And he pulls the pistol. Oh, a nat 20. Make a DR roll.
Oh, man.
Come on. Oh. Yes. Okay, good. I thought that said something else for a second. 16.
Yeah, this bullet goes whizzing past you, and as it does, all of you see the bullet is almost like on fire. I mean, you see a trail of small flame coming behind this bullet as it whizzes past Jeremiah.
All right.
Rattler's just sitting there laughing and cackling at all of this. He's not doing anything else right now. It's up to you three.
Is he still bleeding?
You can't really tell from here because, I mean, it's pretty dark. I mean, you're probably a good 20 feet away, 25. You just see the outline of him, but he appears to be normal.
The guy that just shot, I'm going to charge at him and try to, when I get 2 feet away, I'm just going to try to hit him. I'm going to swing the marshal like a weapon. I'm weaponizing the marshal. I'm going to try to knock him over with like a giant club.
All right. Yeah, do that.
I'm playing anyways. Not with a 10.
All right. Jeremiah, you and Caroline see the preacher run straight up and try to, pretty much knock down this red-eyed figure.
Caroline's gonna shoot at Rattler.
Rattler, okay.
Yeah, but with a 2, she's gonna miss. She's losing a lot of blood.
All right.
Jeremiah is going to say, he's going to start walking forward, and he's going to say, this is why I was put here on earth. He's going to say, I've came to fight things like you, and he's going to cast blind at the guy with the gun.
The red-eyed, horrible-looking guy, okay?
Yep.
He is going to make his DR for that. You
Okay.
cast that, and I mean, you wouldn't know it, of course, but you do cast it. You see his eyes are still burning red, though.
Okay.
Did you roll your D6 for your effect on it?
Oh, yeah. Nope, 4.
All right. Yeah, you see the eyes they appear to be burning as bright red as they were. Next round, Daniel, initiative. Oh no, they had a 5.
Also a 5. Just what we like.
Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Nope, nothing else happens.
All right.
I'll let y'all go first.
Oh, okay.
Of course.
Since I'm close to this thing now, I'm just gonna, and I didn't have my weapon out because I was carrying the guy. I pulled my bowie knife out and I try to jam it into this glowy eye guy.
All right.
Yeah.
Before you do that, though, make me a mind roll, and I'll actually
Okay.
let you have a +2 on it.
Okay. Do that. Okay. So yeah. So I got a 2. So I got a 1, but it's -1, and then +2.
Wow.
I got a 2.
Yep, you don't notice anything about Rattler then real quick.
So basically I got a 0. But all right, so now I'm going to shoot. Oh, that's good. No, it's not good. That's a 13, not an 18. So no, I miss. Well, I mean,
you miss stabbing them, okay?
Yeah.
You other two, of course, see this going on, and it seems like a pitched battle going on between Preacher and this figure there. And you see Rattler's just still sitting there, kind of laughing.
Caroline's going to try and shoot at Rattler again.
All right.
Oh, nice. 17 to hit.
He fails his DR.
Oh, wow. Really? 8 points of damage.
All right. Huh.
I
will take note of that.
I mean, like, she's losing a lot of blood, so she thinks she's aiming at his heart, and, like, she shoots, and it just, like, grazes his shoulder.
You can't hit the broadside of a barn with a shotgun. Literally.
I mean, she has her pistol now. Jeremiah has her shotgun.
Oh. With a pistol. That's
I
good
have your
enough.
shotgun. I missed that, taking your shotgun.
All right, Jeremiah, do you want to do something?
I do. I want to keep walking towards this thing. And I say, Preacher, get out of the way, and I'm going to take a shot at the guy, the evil guy.
All right.
But I miss with a 3.
All right. They got a 5-2. So the first thing is you all hear Rattler go, "Come on, Father. Burn one of them for me. Take them to the pits of hell." You see the red-eyed figure reach out and touch you, Preacher. And as you do, your whole body starts warming and burning as you see the fires start up from the bottom of your souls and start burning up your body. Make me a DR for half damage.
Okay. Oh, I got an 18. Well, it's just a straight DR?
Yep.
Either way I make it, because if it was mind or soul, it'd be a 17, but yeah, 18.
All right, let me add this up. 36 damage.
Okay. Oh, yeah. So, yeah. Preacher is basically like the bark of a birch tree on a hot summer day. And he's gone. A pile of ash.
Yeah.
Or 36 was the half, right?
Yeah, that was half.
Yeah, okay,
Yep.
yeah. So I'm -4, so I'm dead.
Yeah, so you see the other two of you, you see when Rattler yells that out, you see the red-eyed figure just lay hands on Preacher, and you just see the fire start up at the soles of his feet and just go up his whole body, and he just poof. His whole body turns into the darkness itself.
Should I see if my soul is taken? Or do we
Yes,
want
you
to
do.
Okay. Then I have -1 soul, so that's less than ideal. 12, so it's gone.
Well, we know Rattler was right. You're going with Daddy, it looks like.
Yeah.
All right, next round, Daniel. You can keep rolling for us, though.
All right.
Oh, they had a 4.
4.
A 4 also? Wow.
Yes.
Nope, nothing else happens. Okay.
Well,
Caroline, you and Jeremiah get to go as you see your friend burned up in ashes.
Yeah.
You want to go or do you want me to go?
Yeah, I'm going to try and shoot Rattler again.
All right,
Oh,
sure.
nat 20.
All right. Roll some damage. He is going to probably fail. Let me make sure. Oh, yeah, he fails pretty bad.
Yes, this time 27 damage.
Ooh, you see him not laughing as much as he was. He's still standing up again. He just, and he looks towards you and he says, "Oh, Daddy's taking you next." Jeremiah?
Take you with me, you son of a bitch.
I keep walking towards the demon and just say, it took more than just fire to create the world. It took thunder and lightning, and I'm going to cast storm right on him.
All right. Let me pull it up and read it again. Yep, this is the one that you can actually just center it straight on. Do you want to center it on like him and Rattler? They're probably, 10 feet apart.
I just don't want to try not to catch Caroline is the problem.
Caroline, you didn't move up though, did you?
No, I've been shooting from like 20 feet away.
Okay, yep, we'll center it right on those two then.
Yeah, 8d20 damage in.
Here we
And
go.
I will see if they resist.
8d20.
Irony. Rattler does not. The other guy will take half, I'm going to say.
6, 40, 45, 50. I'm trying to do math in my head here. Takes me a second. 26, 26. 58, 67, 80, 93.
Woo! You see a Rattler, his last laugh as his body is just decimated this time and it's completely gone in this storm. Roll your d6 to make sure you don't get caught in it.
A 5. Yay.
All right, you're good. You see the red-eyed figure start looking very puzzled as you do this, and he starts stumbling and almost falling down, but he's barely standing up, it appears to be. The Rattler is completely gone. You don't even see him there anymore. You don't hear his laughter either. Let's see. They had a 4 also. This figure is going to reach out and look towards you, Jeremiah, and he's going to go, "He cast me out from heaven long ago, so I will take you to your new home, preacher man." And he's going to reach out and try to grab you. And as he does, make a DR as you see the fires start coming up from the ground to try to burn you.
Yeah. 20.
All right, you will take half damage. Let me add it up.
I'm sure it's still going to kill me.
That's really not that bad. It's 25 total, so take half.
Yeah. But I cast 2 spells. So
Okay.
that was 20 points I lost already, right? So
Yep.
yeah, I'm dead.
Yep. All right, Caroline, you see the body of Jeremiah do much like preachers. It just blows up in flame as a storm come down and completely took Rattler away. You see this figure though, as Jeremiah is washed away in flame. You see the figure stumbling down the steps into the street. He appears to be pretty bad shape. And we can roll initiative. I'll leave it up to you, Caroline, since you're the last one.
All right.
Oh man, he had a 6.
Out of 3.
Let me see here what he's going to do. He's going to start walking towards where you are, Caroline, and he goes, "You're the only brave one of the bunch, weren't you? I tell you what, I got a deal for you. You served me, and you can be the new Rattler. What name would you like to have, pretty thing?" Make a DR.
Okay. 15. I don't know if I get any bonuses to that or not.
No, 15's good, though. That's all you needed.
Okay, cool.
You feel in the mind, you see the charming figure standing there saying this all, and for just a moment, you're like, man, this is a handsome guy. I should really join him. But you fight it off as you're able to resist his charm. It's up to you then.
All right. Nice. I got a 18 plus 2 to hit.
Oh man, let's hope he don't make his DR. Oh, we set a 7. He failed.
Ooh, nice. Okay. 15 points of damage.
15? How do you finish off the devil?
Caroline, realizing that he was like trying to manipulate her, she like drops her gun and she's like clutching her wound as she begins to walk up to him. She smiles sweetly and she says, "Sweetie, you can call me Death." And then she quickly pulls her knife from her jacket pocket and lunges forward and just plants it straight into his like shoulder blade area.
Yep, you do that, and you hear this hideous howling scream, and you see his hands turn from human hands into these claws and reaches out for you, and you're afraid he's fixing to grab hold of you when poof, he goes into the darkness. And you see the tumbleweeds rolling down the street still, and the wind is still howling. Caroline, how's the story going to end for you?
Caroline manages to push herself into the office She, unlike her compatriot, she doesn't really care if her companions' bodies are laying out in the dirt right now. She pushes that table against the door and pushes herself against a wall, grabbing a rifle from over the desk. She cocks the rifle to put a round in it, and then she kind of just passes out until she wakes up sometime later and sees light coming through the shutters, and that's
Right.
the last that you see of Caroline.
Jeremiah, make me a soul roll and see if you go to the father's house.
All right. Oh no, that's a 10.
Tell me, how's it going to end for Jeremiah then, is where his soul is.
Sucked down into with the demons. He's gonna say, my parents, they lied to me. I tried to do the best I could and live like in a godly way, and I'm still in hell. And he'll probably become a demon as well, because now he's really resentful.
All right. Preacher, what's the soul saying for you?
Well, the preacher, his soul is taken by the demons and brought to hell. And he sees so many of the men that he killed trying to make the world a better place. And unfortunately, he spends eternity repeating over and over again those days, killing them before they can kill him.
All right. Once again this evening, we played an adventure called Hanging Rattler Raney using the system called the Hateful Place. You can find it on Drive-Thru RPG and Lulu also for the physical books. It's based on the turn of the darkness has taken over. This was set in 1881 in a made-up town named Devil Scar, Nevada. And I will tell you how the story is going to end after we've heard Jaws endings. We find ourselves several months later in a little bitty town in Texas, West Texas. And we're in a small sheriff's office. And you see two US Marshals walk in. One of them goes, "Good day, I'm Marshal Willis." The other one looks and says, "I'm Marshal Jones." The sheriff looks up and says, "I got him right back here, boys. He didn't give me too much trouble. I got him right back here. If we're going to hang him, we're going to hang him, ain't we?" They open the door up, and you look up and you see Rattler look up, and he goes, "Fiver's going to get you all now."